There you go.
Hi everyone, Sarah here with the paper cut. First we are going to do video and sound check. Oh, there I am. Oh, I need to adjust my camera so my head isn't cut off. Maybe one of these times I'll do that. Here, I'll back up. Then my head's not cut off. My hair's a little different today. It's back up in a ponytail because I rode my bike here this morning, and then helmet head doesn't work so good for whatever. And then I mowed the lawn here and it started raining and I had like 15 minutes to go and I'm like, screw it. I am just gonna finish mowing it. So yeah, it's dry now though. So oh wait, let's check sound. Maybe you all can't hear me. It's dry now though. Oh, nope, you can hear me. So anyways, happy Thursday. Let's see. We have Crafters Classroom this weekend, and I just looked at the time. The time is
8:30.
8:30. I just forgot.
And you wondered why I was messed up on Monday.
Yeah. It's 8:30 a.m. Central Time, 9:30 Eastern, 7:30 Mountain, 6:30 Pacific. That's kind of been my time lately, which is good. And my mom gets together sometimes with friends on Saturdays, mid-morning to late morning. So that works out good because then she can get together with that group. So anyways, and it's always like the same Saturday as Crafters Classroom. So the one thing about, it's going to be weird this Saturday because Facebook did something weird. I don't know what they did, but they where groups cannot stream like through a third party. So I use like a third party streaming service, and that's how I'm able to stream on YouTube. That's how I'm able to stream on Facebook and on multiple channels. Anyways, so they did something weird where groups can't stream unless you do like a stream key. So I've got to try that. I might actually go into Crafters Classroom tomorrow and test that out. But worst case scenario, it's going to run on, and you'll know Saturday morning, like if I post, but it's going to run for sure on YouTube like it always does. I'm going to probably just start it streaming right to here, the paper cut page, and Crafters Classroom, which is a group which I'm hoping I can get to work. So it is what it is. So anyways, let's go down to the table because I've got samples to show you.
Okay, you're there.
Okay, hang on, I'm getting my phone set up so I can see what's going on. Okay, so let's first look at what we're doing in Crafters Classroom. So Crafters Classroom is stair-step cards, and I asked for an hour and 15 minutes. And I'm gonna like demo how to use the stair-step card dies. So it's stair-step cards plus one extra card, one miscellaneous card. And I've kind of got a mess of a background, but I'm going to make more of a mess, so I just left it. So we have this card, which is the A2 center step card. Actually, this one's my favorite. Then we have the outer stair-step card. So that's that one. And then we have the A2 horizontal, which is the same fold as this one. It's just vertical and horizontal. So, and then we have our sunglasses card, just because I threw in a fourth card, just because sometimes I do. So usually with 3 die cut cards or more mechanical type cards, I don't do a fourth one, but I did a fourth one. So anyways, that is Crafters Classroom. Again, 8:30 Central Time. And maybe watch, well, you don't have to watch anything tomorrow, but you might see me pop on tomorrow and do like a test. I was just looking for a cleaner sheet. Anyways, then we have our grill and chill cards, and I've got 3 of them here. The 4th one was my son's birthday card. So I don't have that one. He did say, "Here, Mom, do you want it back?" And I was like, "No, you can keep your card. I can make another one." So anyways, so this first one, that's a grill card. And that is an easel card, so that one will stand up like that. And I really like how that one turned out. I struggled with this one a little bit, but I like how it turned out. The other grill one, and you do have extra words. I can't remember if they're in this kit or in this kit, but there are extra words. So this one it's an apron, and it does have a dad saying on here. But like I said, in one of these two kits, there's extra words. And it might be this one. I don't know. There's extra words in one of the kits. So you could use a different word right there. So, but this one is actually an overall die that I didn't use the things that go up and the little buckles. So I thought it worked great for an apron. So yeah. And then we have, this is using the technique we used last week with the herringbone. And Emily Henry posted one on the fan page. I really liked that one. I had already made this one, but I really liked her sample too. So thanks for sharing that on the fan page. I did use crystal lacquer like on the beer mug. And there's different words, I think, in this one also. And then also and then this was the other one, but this is just the kit. Because like I said, this was my son's birthday card. And then there's also a margarita or daiquiri type glass, or you could use lemonade or sweet tea, and there's different words in there. So if you don't know somebody that does beer, there's a die cut different glass, and there's different words. You would have to alter, figure out the exact what you're going to do with them. But so you do have some alternates in case. So anyways, that's the grill and chill class. Those all shipped out this week, so they should be there. Here, we'll go to...
Some of them have gotten them already.
Yep.
So, yes.
I got a couple messages from people that got them, so that was good. So hopefully they'll all get there tomorrow. Oh, well, okay, this is a much cleaner one. So anyways, we are doing... and I just started playing with this. So Cheryl posts on our fan page quite a bit, and she posted a while ago saying that she did this with alcohol inks and foil and on Yupo paper. And I was like, oh, I really need to try that. So yeah, today I'm trying it. What do you know? So again, the Yupo is more like a plastic. It doesn't rip, so it's not like regular paper that's your inks are going to soak in. And then we have different alcohol inks. And you know what? I posted that, and then I went to find my whole thing of alcohol inks, which are in a bucket still in my car. and I was like, oh, I got my keys, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to go out to my car and I made it all the way to the door, and I'm like, oh, crap. I don't have my car today. I have my bike. So,
it wasn't in the back of your bike.
So yes. So I scrounged up some alcohol inks. I don't have I have some good colors, but anyways, we'll see what I'm going to use. And then I went in my stamp room to get the 91% alcohol, and that bottle's empty. So then I was like, oh my gosh, I'm batting like zero here on supplies for what I already said I'm going to do tonight. And so then I called my daughter's future husband, and he was coming to pick up the dogs. Or he called me. He called me and said he was coming to pick up the dogs. And then I called him back. I'm like, hey, since you're already stopping at the grocery store, could you get something for me? And if they don't have it, by the way, could you go to Walgreens? I said I need some rubbing alcohol. Or, he's like, well, just like the regular medical alcohol? And I'm like, well, kind of, sort of, but it has to be like the certain percentage. It has to be 90%. So I'm like, I'll send you a picture. And he picked up the right thing. So, yay. But I was like, oh, I should really make sure I have all the supplies here before I actually say what I'm going to do. And I should maybe practice it a little bit more than what I did. So I do have like this little puffer thing. Remember we did alcohol inks once before, and I tried my turkey baster and that didn't work. Well, this little puffer thing works much better. See, I get the air out of there. And there's a different one from Ranger. So when we do the class, because we're going to do alcohol inks and kind of like alcohol inks, I don't know what I'm going to call it, alcohol inks 2.0, where we're going to move beyond the pouncing, and we're going to do, squirting your inks right on the paper, and we're going to use the puffer, and we probably will do a foil thing. So yeah. But you'll have the option to buy a puffer, and I think it's going to be the Ranger one with the with the warehouse sale class kit. So that's what I meant. We're going to do a class. It's going to be with the alcohol inks. It's going to be for the warehouse sale, and it's going to be doing more than just pouncing. So there you go. So let's just start. So we're going to put alcohol inks right on our paper. Now I do have a spritzer here too, because you can put some alcohol, some blending solution down first. You don't have to. So let's just drop some colors on here. And I didn't really practice, so this is going to be fun.
So Sarah, they're asking about the paper cut fan page, and I put a link out there, but if you're not if you're not a member of Facebook, you can't see it, can you?
No, I think you have to be on Facebook.
Yes.
The fan page is on Facebook.
Yes. So I put a link out there.
Okay. So yeah, on the fan page, you can go ahead and you can post your samples. So Cheryl, who did a sample of this, she posted it. I was like, wow, how'd you do that? And so she told me, and this was a while ago, and then she posted another one recently with kind of the same thing. And so I'm like, I gotta try that. So anyways, we're putting, and probably your blending solution in something with a better tip on it than this would be good. Let's add some blending solution on here, and that'll get our stuff moving. And then we're gonna get our puffer out. So we're going to get our puffer out to blow the inks around. And we'll do this in the alcohol ink class. I showed that one sample. I don't have it here anymore because I sent it home with Wendy and she kitted it. So that one's kitted already. And I have to get her more samples tomorrow, or more stuff tomorrow. And if she's online, I promise I'm going to get you some stuff tomorrow, because I don't think I have Ev tomorrow. So have I mentioned that that we're expecting grandbaby number 2?
Ooh.
Did I mention that already?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, we're expecting grandbaby number 2, and soon, next week. So yeah, there might be one day next week that I'm not here. So with the blending solution, the inks just kind of move around, and then we can blow them around. Now the Ranger puffer, I guess, is bigger. Don't have that one, obviously, because I have this one. So the Ranger one is bigger, and you can control a little bit more. So, but we want some puddles, because that's what the foil is going to stick to. And I don't have any gold. I have a tiny bit of gold foil, but I'm going to try silver. So anyways, there's a lot of alcohol inks on there. It's going to take a little bit to dry, but we don't want it totally to dry. We want some of these bigger puddles of ink. When you do it this way, sometimes you have sticky areas, and that's what we kind of want. Now I could put more blending solution on here and get rid of some of the darker areas right here. But I think those are our thicker areas, and that's where our foil is going to stick, at least I'm hoping.
That aspirator works pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
My mom said this is like a baby snot sucker.
That's exactly what it is. So I take an aspirator and just now, and you can get them for $3 at your wherever, Walmart.
So anyways, If you do this too soon when it's still puddly like that, it will just stick on the back of the foil, because that's what I did. I had some areas that stuck. So you really want it when it's sticky. And it's kind of like a fine line between sticky and too wet and then too dry. So when I was kind of playing earlier, if I could see this move, then it's too wet. Then it's too wet. It's not to the point of being sticky. But we could take a corner of this and just kind of test it. So the shiny side is up and your duller side is down, just like when you're doing foiling. And we're just going to take a corner, and you kind of want to burnish it. I'm just using my finger. I did see, after I committed to doing it, I was like, oh, see, that was too wet. Nothing stuck. Because it's not sticky. It was still too wet. But I did see, I was like, oh, maybe I should watch a video on this first.
Oh, go for it.
Yeah.
You're a go for it kind of gal.
So,
Oh my gosh.
and I did see somebody put a whole sheet down, and then somebody else, when they were doing it, they just did like the corner of it. So I thought, oh, that's probably a good idea. That would be a good way to test it, to see if it's sticky, you know, because I was kind of doing the stick test like that. But yeah, if it's too wet, it won't work. But if it's too dry, it won't work either. Like right here is super dry. Well, pretty dry.
So it has to be it's like a mama bear,
It has
papa
to
bear,
be-
baby bear.
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
It has to be just right. So let's try again in this corner. And then I was also wondering, maybe if I burnished it, you know, going down. But let's try this corner. Now watch, I won't be able to get it to work at all. Oh, see, this was too wet too. So, okay, we gotta wait just a little bit while we let it dry. While we let it dry just a little bit more. Now I'm like, whew. Yeah, I probably won't be able to get it to work. So, hang on. We're gonna go and we're just gonna do another one. Yeah, I think it's too wet. But we're going to just start with another one, because I did one earlier with black and silver and gray, or grays and blacks. And I actually put purple on that one too. So let's do some.
It worked perfectly, huh?
And it did work. Where are my little samples? Oh. Here they are. Yeah, this one was with blue, and see how the silver stuck on there? You know, it didn't stick on in bigger areas. It just stuck on smaller areas, but I thought that was okay. And then this one, I got it to stick up in this area. So too dry down here, but wet enough up here that I got some to stick. So
That's pretty.
yeah. So I think the thicker the alcohol ink is, maybe I put too much blending solution on. And I don't know, I'm not an expert. I wish Cheryl was here. And I actually did call her. I said, hey, can we just talk for a little bit? Yeah. It just worked a little bit right in there. So we're going to try a different one with thicker alcohol ink.
Oh, Cheryl says your samples look great.
Oh, she's on. Yay! So let's try with some black, because the black, the silver really showed up with the black and the gray.
Jump in anytime, Cheryl.
Yeah. Yeah, I think mine worked better when I did it a little bit thicker. Now that's like a big puddly mess.
Well, June's a busy month. Moving for.
Maybe too much black on this one. But then the blue comes out. So, so yes, second baby is coming. We know that it's a boy.
But we don't know his name.
Well, actually, I
Oh,
do.
you do know
I
his
was
name
told,
now.
I was
Okay, never
I
mind.
was told, but I'm sworn to secrecy, so I
Okay.
cannot tell the name.
Okay. Yeah, Bogey couldn't either. He did. Looks like outer space. Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
I want more of the blue to come through.
Look at that face on that purple one. Ooh.
Yeah. Hang on, I'm gonna spritz it and see what that does. I want some of the silver to stick to this black. So anyways, yes. Grandbaby number 2 will be coming soon. So she's actually due the 16th. However, when they measured the baby, they said that he's big. So they're going to make sure he comes out early. Jake, his dad, was actually 9'12" when he was born. So, and I can't remember how big Ev was when he was born.
I don't remember either.
So, hang on, we're letting this dry just a little bit because it's going to be too wet in some of the areas. So the other thing that I got out, which I don't, does anybody remember the gold leafing? So gold leafing, and that was from Amy's Magic. Does anybody have that? I'm curious to see whether anybody is like, hey, yeah, I remember, and I have some of that stuff. So I did pull out my gold leafing too, and we are going to try the gold leafing. Where did my scissors go? Oh, my scissors is holding up my phone. So, yeah, I pulled the gold leafing out, and actually this was my little sample with the gold leafing on it. So, yeah, we're going to try the gold leafing. Yeah, I thought that one was really pretty. So even if you don't have the foil for doing foiling,
Like Amy Flakes.
yeah, those are the Amy's Magic. And she was a little out there. See, that stuck to it really nice in that corner. It was just dry enough. And I kind of went like that, and I felt, oh, right there is a little tacky, so let's try this corner too. So yeah, we'll pull out the gold leafing, because if you have any of that, that worked too. Yeah, see? So now I can tell that it's still probably too wet in some of these areas. And you could get your heat gun out, but I worry about Yupo with the heat tool, and I'll show you why in just a minute. We'll just do a test. See, I think that's a little bit too, we're going to try this area right here. This area is a little bit wetter. Oh, speaking of wet, I'm like all over the place today.
Yeah.
But, and I'm almost sure this was too wet. Oh, no, it wasn't. Look at that. But, speaking of wetness, my mom and I did a test. This is the Crystal Diamond Print Glitter. And we'll move on to that in just a minute. But this is the Crystal Diamond Print, the white glitter. And somebody emailed me and said, I know it's laser printer, but somebody emailed me and said, is it inkjet printable? So we did a test with it. My mom printed, she printed solid, and she printed some writing underneath. And then I told her, I said, kind of, when you take it out, rub across it, like right away, and then wait 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and 15 minutes. So right away she did rub across it, and she had a little bit on her finger, and it did smear just a little bit the green into the cream right here. But after 5 minutes, she rubbed across it and nothing, so it dried. So this inkjet, or this Crystal Diamond Print Glitter, is laser printable and inkjet printable. Now, we have a Epson printer.
An Epson, and it's not an expensive machine.
Yeah, it
is
wasn't an expensive one.
Yeah.
But you may, before doing a whole bunch, because this is super pretty, before doing a whole bunch, you might want to test it on your printer. Because I'm not saying it works on every printer. I'm saying it worked on our inkjet printer, and it's not a big industrial one. It's just a little.
It's a little home.
Little
office.
home one with the scanner on the top of it.
Yep.
Yep. So
a workforce.
yeah, a workforce. So just a little tidbit there. So now let's go back to some of our other areas here. And yeah, like I said, you could put the whole sheet down, but I kind of liked the idea of testing it and doing, see, look at that. How you get just the little bit of silver on there.
Wow, that's bizarre.
Mm-hmm.
There is a face on that one.
A face on that
Yeah,
one.
that face. There's a face. It looks like a face.
A lot of wet areas in there. See, look at the little veining. That was...
Oh, that face is on that blue one to your, I don't
Oh,
know.
on this one?
No,
On this one?
well,
This is the back of a glitter. Oh, so my mom did come with me last...
if,
Oh, I'm not seeing... Oh, I see a face. Yeah, the nose is right there.
yeah.
My mom did come with me last week to see the eagles. So she got to see the babies, which the babies are
Oh
as
my
big as
gosh.
the adults.
Boom, boom, boom. Let me
Oh, look at that.
move my...
Now right here it may be too dry.
Almost two profiles, yeah.
Ooh, this is the best one I've done. Yeah, it was too
You're
dry
getting
right
more
in here.
proficient at that, Sarah.
Yeah. So, yeah, look at that. So, I didn't do the whole thing. I just did like a little layer of it, and I'm going to use it on a card. I didn't plan the card that I'm going to do. I'm just going to kind of play with backgrounds tonight, and we'll see what I come up with. I'm going to see if I can get any more off. Oh, we're going to go on and we're going to do with the gold leafing. So I got a little bit in there too. Now the gold leafing is a little bit messier because it's not on a sheet.
Oh, on the far left, he has a beard.
Oh, jeez, your imagination. But I really like that. That's really pretty.
Rorschach test.
So I did, that's probably, I did die cut this out like a black background, but I think I might need silver or purple as the background. But I don't have that many dies that have like words with the backgrounds to them. So this is the only one that I found. I mean, I have some with littler backgrounds, but this was like a bigger, chunkier one. But okay. Anyways, I want to try some different colors. Now I'm kind of on a roll. I got to get on my bike and ride home, but that's okay.
Yes. Could be raining out, I'm happy to give you a ride.
I'm riding my bike.
Oh, okay.
Riding my bike. We're going to I didn't use as much blending solution on that one, the one that worked really good. I think my alcohol inks were on there a little bit thicker. So we're going to try some autumn-y type colors, and then I'm going to try the gold leafing. Actually, I've got a tiny bit of gold. That's the only gold foil I had. So let's try we'll try the gold leafing in one corner, and we'll try the gold foil and the gold leafing on the same one. And you can put these in a row and do more of a pattern. I don't have the patience for a pattern, so I'm just doing this. I'm going to move that one because I really like that background. I'm going to do something with it. But my idea is for the warehouse sale class is to do one with kind of blues and silver and then snowflakes.
Jesse said they're having a thunderstorm at the moment, Sarah. If it's lightning out, we're in trouble.
It's not. We looked. It's not supposed to storm. Right?
Yeah.
Not till 8 o'clock. it takes me a half an hour to ride my bike home.
All right.
So if we leave by, well, 6, 7 at the very latest.
That's pretty.
We're going to see how pretty it is with gold. I'm going to add some more.
Yes, Barbara, practice, 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 right? Figure it out.
This weekend I'm going on a 50-mile bike ride.
You are?
Yeah.
Outside or on
No, outside. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to ride to Oshkosh. I'm going to ride to Oshkosh, which is like 25 miles. And then I'm going to have lunch or dinner or dinner or a meal with Dwayne. And then I'm going to ride home.
That's nice. Take some soap with you.
Take some soap.
I think tonight, in case it's raining.
So, yeah.
Are you going to do around the lake, Sarah, before you go on your bike ride with Josh? You're going to go around Winnebago?
No, that's 90 miles. I'm
I
not
know.
doing that. No. Because that's, you mean, am I doing race the lake?
No, just
Just around the lake?
just around the lake.
No, I don't think I'm going to ride that far. I think Josh and I are going to ride. Josh is coming home this weekend.
Oh, good.
And I think Josh and I are going to ride up to High Cliff on Sunday, which is a 16-mile there and a 16-mile home.
I've done that one already. Back in 2020 with your dad.
You went all the way to High Cliff and back?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. How'd you get there?
What route did
Yeah.
you take?
What route?
Is
I'm
that
just curious.
Lake, I don't know. I don't know what it was. If I saw the name of the road, I would know.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, there's Lake Park. I just didn't know how you went
Yeah.
through Appleton. I've got some little white spots in here that are bothering me. I really didn't want to add the blending solution because I think it sticks better when it's stickier from.
I don't remember how we went. We had a group that left from Atlas every week and went out to High Cliff and back.
It's a good hike.
How far is around the lake? Around the lake is about 90
miles.
So your brother Mike woke your dad up one Saturday morning. I told this story already. Woke your dad up one Saturday morning and said, Frankie's not going on the bike ride. Come on, Dad, will you ride with me around the lake? So they did. And he wasn't back when I expected him. By the time he made it around to Oshkosh, they went the east side and came back up the west side. And when they got to Oshkosh, his legs were cramping up so badly.
Well, it's about a 6-hour ride unless you're really clipping, which is a long time to be biking without any support.
Yep.
Okay.
They used to ride up to Door County, too.
Oh, I know. I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too wet. That's too wet. Okay, so while we're waiting for that to dry, let's look at the Yupo and a heat tool. Okay, so if you just heat it, it's fine. But Yupo is a plastic, so if it gets too hot, it'll start to bend like that. So if you are embossing it, like you can dry it from like up here, but as you get close, it'll hit a point that it'll just go kaboosh, and you are done. Because you're not gonna get that wrinkle out of there because it actually just melted the plastic. So Yeah, you can emboss on it, just be very careful. I think the wetter is where I did the gold leafing earlier. So hang on,
Maybe use your. I have a hair dryer that has a cool setting on it. I wonder if that would work a little bit.
yeah, that might work better. But I think you really need the heat to emboss.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see if.
Well, it's not a real cold, but sometimes I just need it to be
I
cooled
totally
down a little
trashed my fingernails with my alcohol ink, and I had, like, look at that. Oh my gosh. I did blue. Well, I had a shirt that was blue that I was wearing one weekend. And so I did blue, but also for the new baby boy.
Yeah.
So it's still a little bit too wet. I did get a little gold on there, but hang on, let's pull out my gold leafing, which is going to kind of make a little bit of a mess. So gold leafing was this stuff. And then they did have some sheets. So let me try one of the sheets, because that...
Wow, that looks pretty.
So let's try... Now this is different because it's the actual foil that's going to stick on there. And that's what Amy's Magic did, was she burnished it on there. But we're going to have to wait for the rest of it to dry. So I think it's going to stick a lot. But yeah, it's not like the sheet where it just kind of pulls off of there. And then look I found in my little thing a little brush. That's what she used to, like, when she put it on stuff, then she used to go like this to brush it. So you get bigger areas because it's wetter with the gold leafing. So yeah, she was onto the brushes before we even knew that we were onto brushes. But yeah, so that's with Amy's Magic gold leafing.
Don't we have a bucket around here with a whole bunch of gold leafing, Sarah, that I brought from Atlas?
Possibly. I haven't seen it though lately.
Wonder where that is.
So, but yeah, they used to buy it in bags.
Yeah.
Or like there were some sheets.
I had a big bucket. I had like a 2-gallon bucket.
So, and then you have all these little snibblety things of it. And then it flies everywhere. If you guys were in doing stamping a long time ago, you'll remember her. She like took a picture, like this was in like the one of the magazines, where she actually was in a bathtub full of gold leaf. That was on her ad. That was in the. Do you remember that? No, you never saw that.
No. See, Laura wants to know if you could use gilding flakes. I think that's.
Yeah, I think the gilding flakes are basically the.
Yes, that's what I think too.
Yes, I think
and I think that's what my bucket of stuff was.
Yes, I think the Amy's Magic is the gilding flakes. I think somebody kind of did it after she stopped. She was kind of a wackadoodle. She was very nice, but she
my kind of gal.
She was a little out there, but that's okay. Everybody's got their own thing.
Talk about wackadoodle. I was a wackadoodle on Monday, wasn't I?
Look at that.
Oh,
yeah, my mom scared me on Monday. Jeez.
Oh, that's pretty, Sarah.
Yeah. So it's still a little bit too wet right in here. You know, there's a fine line. You have to wait. Like the Amy's Magic, the gilding flakes will go fit right there. But if you do the foil on there, it won't stick if it's too wet.
Look at that. Yeah, that is amazing.
And my fingers won't pick it up.
So on Monday,
See, I got that whole little vein right there.
Monday morning, I reminded Sarah that we had an appointment at 4:15 in the afternoon, and then I went over to Leah's new house and I planted some plants, and then it was raining, just raining, downpouring. And I thought about stopping back at the paper cut, and I thought, nah, I'm going to go home. I'm tired, and it's raining, and I'm going home. So I went home and I ate some lunch, laid down, took a little nap, never took my phone out of my purse, Pretty soon, 5 o'clock, Sarah walked in the door. She said, "Oh my God, you're alive! I'm so glad you're alive."
because I had been texting and calling for the 2 hours. Like I texted, like let's coordinate because I didn't know if she was going to come back here or if we were just meeting there. And then I called, no answer. Then I called again, no answer. Then I called again, no answer. So I'm like, well, she's bad at checking her messages, so maybe she's just meeting me there. Okay, so I'll just go there. And I get there and her car's not there and my heart sank. I called the lady and I said, I have a meeting with you at 4:15, my mom and I do. However, she's missing in action and I'm sitting in your parking lot and I can't stay.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh,
Look at that. Now this one has this little design on it, so you
That
kind
is
of
so
see that when
pretty.
okay, hang on, I'm going to do the rest of it. So yeah, I wouldn't say that the very first one I did, it turned out as good as this. So I did practice slightly before, and I was not real confident going into it, but these are turning out really good.
and that.
Whew.
Oh,
Yeah. So do it once, and if it doesn't turn out, don't get discouraged. Cut a small piece of Yupo. So cut just a little piece, or if you've gotten some Yupo during comments sold, perfect. So yeah, this is the difference. I must say that the foil sheets are more brilliant, brighter gold, and the gilding flakes kind of burnish into there a little bit more. So, but yeah, we will do one of these during our warehouse sale, Alcoholic 2.0 class, which is beyond pouncing, or more than just pouncing. So anyways, I don't have a card plan for that, but couldn't you see that with like autumny stuff?
yeah. Oh my gosh.
So it is now 6:44. I think that I need to call it that we just made some backgrounds that were pretty cool. And this one didn't work out as well because it dried. And I think I used more blending solution on that one. I'm not sure if that's the reason or if it's solely because it dried. So anyways, I think we're going to call it a night so I can ride my bike home before I get rained on.
So yes, Penny, she is going to use those for backgrounds, right, Sarah?
Yes, yep, I'm going to use them for backgrounds. We'll see what I can create. I'll be in here tomorrow working more because I have to get Wendy some stuff.
You promised. We
I
all heard
promise, you all heard it. I'm getting Wendy at least another card or two, or getting the wording done for the ones that I gave her already. So yes, I'll do those as, we'll see what I come up with tomorrow, and then I'll post them. So, anyways, well, at least these two. This one's not that good, except it's got the face on it, so I don't know where the face went. But anyways,
it. It's there. We can see it. We can see. You can see it real good on my computer,
No.
Sarah.
Okay. So I think it's right here.
Yep.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, thanks for joining me tonight for experimental night, and we will see you on Saturday. If you can't find me in Crafter's Classroom, I'll stream it both on the Paper Cut page and the Paper Cut YouTube channel, and I am going to do an email about that tomorrow. So, see you later, guys.